Okay, now that we have our wires stripped, now what we want to do is we want to be able to join these wires together. Okay, and so that's what these tools here are going to be for. Um, this one's a cutter, and this is just a cutter, where this one here is a cutter and a pliers. So it's pliers and cutter in the same. And you need this one because and that's the only thing I'm going to say about it right now. It's just that you need this one because you need to get at spots where this can't get to. You know, like you might have to get inside of a box and the wires are buried in there or something to make a cut where you just can't get at it with this because the pliers part is in the way. Okay, so this cutter is going to be necessary to have. Just trust me on that. So anyway, that's all going to use that for now. Now, so this is the tool that I use to join wires together. Now, I just want to say something about these here. They got these new deals here where you can push your wire into it. So you lift this tab up and you push your wire into it, and then that connects the wire. So you could connect these two wires by pushing the second wire into the other one, the other side. Okay, and now I've connected the two black wires from these two wires together. But what I don't like about these things is that when you wiggle, this thing just pops off, and I've had that happen so many times that these things are going to give you failures. I don't trust them, and so I prefer using these wire, they're called wire nuts. I prefer using these, invented I think in around 1920s sometime, and they've been used since the 1920s, and for a reason, because they work. Now, so now these wire nuts here, there's two different kinds really. There's the kind that are just bare like that, and there's the kind that have this extra tab on there to make it easier to turn it onto the wire. But I prefer to use these only because if there's going to be several sets of wires inside the box, these take up less room. Where these take up more room in there, and they're just harder to work with. You're trying to push the wires into the box, and these things are bulky inside there, where these are a lot slimmer. So I tend to like these over the other ones. But if you're like a lady or something, where you don't have very strong fingers, you're going to probably find these wire nuts much easier to use. Okay, so we'll get back to those in a minute. So now what I want to do is I want to join my two wires together. This might be these are two wires that are coming from two different spots, and I want to put them together. So so what I do is I'll put the two wires next to each other like that, and then I take my pliers. Now I like to give my wrist. See, I'm giving my wrist an extra twist, so in the reverse direction. So I'm going to be turning this way in a clockwise direction. Okay, you could probably do this, counterclockwise. I don't think that works though. But anyway, I'm going to just say I go clockwise all the time, and I like to give, instead of trying to go like this, because then I lose the twist. So I can't twist as much. But if I take it so that I can get that extra half turn like that, then that gives me that extra twist. Okay, so I keep the two sheaths here lined up with each other. I'm pinching the wire at this point, so I'm pinching them together, and then I come in here with my wrist turned, and I start doing my twist, and then I go grab the next one. Now see how both wires are twisting. So I want both wires to twist. I don't want to twist one wire. I don't want to twist one wire around the other wire. So I don't want this wire to be straight and this one twisting around it. I want them to twist around each other. Okay, so I'll just go again, and go again, and go again. Okay, there we go. So see how those wires are, they're twisted around each other, okay? And it might take some practice for you to get how to do this, exactly, because the tendency is for one wire to stay straight, and then the other wire twists around the straight wire. You don't want to do that, because then you can pull on one wire, and the straight wire will just pull right out, and then you'll just wind up with a twisted wire and a straight wire. One wire will be straight, the other wire will be twist, but they don't bond together. So this way here, they're both twisted. This is very, very important for a solid connection that you're not going to have to worry about when you sell a house. Okay, so and then you take your cap. Now see, some of these caps, like, they got different sizes. Okay, this is for smaller wires, but see, that doesn't I'm going to bend this here. That doesn't fit in there very well. If you can see the inside of the cap has a hole. There's a hole in there. It's like a little spring in there, but this doesn't really fit in there. You're kind of jamming it too much. It's not going to go on right. So, and it might distort the wires and push one wire off the other, or who knows what. But so I make sure I got one so that when I start out, I can get the wire in there a little bit. Okay, so and then I'm turning that. So now I'm also turning this clockwise, and I'll just keep turning and turning till it's nice and tight. And I'm putting a lot of force here. Okay, so that's nice and tight. And then I have a connection here that's just rock solid, and I can twist my wires all I want, and it's just nothing's going to come apart here. This is rock solid together. And now also, I don't want the bare wire sticking out from below here. So see how this wire is completely covered up in there. Now let me show you something else. Is that another thing you can do is I cut these a little longer than I would normally do that, and this is what I do typically is after I get them together, I'll come in here and I'll take off a little bit of that. Okay, so I took a little bit off, and now when I put my cap on, the cap will go on further and further. It'll come down the wire further and be less able to show this copper. So I kind of like it longer, and then I cut the end off, and then put my cap on my wire. They call wire nuts. Let me call it cap, but it's a wire nut. Okay. Then these ground wires typically are put together like this. So the ground wires typically don't use a nut, and so you just take your pliers here and you just take and twist. So you see how I'm doing that, and see, and I'm trying to make sure that they're twisting around each other, and I'm kind of having that problem with one going straight and the other one just twisting around it. But I want them to twist around each other, and that's usually enough there. And then I'll go in and cut that off like that. And then if it was difficult to get at, I would come in with my pliers and do it. And then what you can do, and it doesn't matter if this is showing or not, this is just the ground. So you can put a cap on it just to be double, triple. I tend to not do that because you don't really need to, and it just takes up more room in the box. So this is going to be inside, a utility box in the wall, and that tends to take up more space. So it makes it hard to get your receptacle in. You'll see all that in further videos, but this is just to show you how to join the wires is the main thing here that I'm trying to get at. Okay, and I can also do these other two here. So we put those two together, and then we twist them together. And the idea is, again, not to have one be straight and the other one curling around the one that's straight. So I go into there, go like that. I just cut the end. See, like you might have one end longer than the other. If you can see that there, and then you cut that off, and then take your cap, put your cap on, like that. See, and I would practice, before you try any real wiring. I would, do what I'm doing right here. Practice putting wires together like I'm doing. Before you actually try any real electrical work. Practice makes perfect, I guess. Okay, and so those wires are joined. Okay.